Hey guys, Fugus101 here, and in this video, I'm going to be reviewing my fourth favorite horror movie of all time. This is also my second movie review of the month of October. And this review is going to be on the movie Child's Play. This movie came out in 1988, and since then, it has spawned multiple sequels. You got Child's Play Part 2, Part 3, Bride of Chucky, and Seed of Chucky. And apparently, a Part 6 movie is in the works. And believe it or not, they're naming this movie Curse of Chucky. And ironically enough, this is the sixth movie in this line of Chucky movies. So they're calling the sixth movie Curse of Chucky. Now that sounds very familiar because the sixth movie in the Halloween line is called Curse of Michael Myers. So, original? Not really. I don't know how you can, and they're using the same characters from like Seed of Chucky. So you got the Chucky where he's got all like scarred up and this is a direct to video, like a direct to DVD movie. It's not even in the theaters. So just by hearing that, I can tell this movie isn't going to be very enjoyable. But anyway, we're not talking about that. We are talking about the classic Child's Play. Now, the reason why this is my my fourth favorite movie of all time is because there are so many, like, it's just a classic. You know, he's up there, Chucky, he's up there with the big dogs. You know, he's up there with Jason, Michael, and Freddy, and Leatherface, I guess. As, like, he's one of the most iconic movie slasher villains ever. And it's such an original concept to have, like, him, a killer doll, as the main antagonist in the movie. Now, I know, like, before this movie was even made, like, old movies, they'd have, like, haunted dolls, like the old dolls and stuff. Like, if you've seen, what's it called? The Twilight Zone. I'm pretty sure there's an episode of that where a doll is haunted, but this is a very original story in this movie, and I'm just going to give you a brief, like, overview of what's happening. It starts off, and this guy Charles Lee Ray, who is he's a serial killer. He's running from the police, and he ends up getting chased into a toy store. He gets shot, and he's mortally wounded, and he's hiding from the cop. And as he's dying on the floor, he reaches for the nearest thing that's next to him, which is a good guy doll, which is like a popular toy that's coming out. And basically, he does this weird voodoo on it, and basically, before he dies, he transports his soul into the doll. And the cop just thinks, like, Charles Lee Ray is dead. So, like, anyway, the kid Andy, who is the I guess, besides Chucky, he's the main character in the movie. He really wants a good guy doll for his birthday. Like, he's obsessed with the things, and so it's his birthday, and he didn't end up getting it for his birthday, and he was kind of upset. So his mom's at work, and by the way, the toy store blew up. Yeah, so the toy store blew up. It's like not really there anymore, and she hears that there's a guy down in an alley selling one of the dolls, and he got the doll from the blown up toy store. So she buys it from him, takes it home to Andy, which is her son's name, and he falls in love with it and stuff. But the catch is that the doll is Chucky. And Andy first doesn't suspect anything. He thinks the doll is talking to him, which it is. The doll is speaking to him. And so it's basically like a boy who cried wolf thing. He keeps telling everyone, like, no, Chucky's talking to me, and stuff like that. And so yeah, no one believes him. And one night when he's getting, like, babysat, his babysitter puts him to sleep with Chucky and everything, and Chucky kills the babysitter, but you don't know it at first because it's from like a first person view from Chucky, and he's like running around the whole house. Like you just see him like fly behind the couch, and since he's a doll, they got short people to play the part of him just running when it's not a close up of him, which I think is kind of cool. If you really focus on it, you could tell like it's a person. But other than that, I thought that was a really cool thing that they used. So Chucky ends up killing the babysitter, and the police come to the house and stuff because she falls out the window and like smashes a truck with her body. And like all the police at her house, Andy's house, and they're asking like, "Hey, did you see what happened?" No, stuff. And of course he says Chucky did it, and they're like, and they suspect that Andy killed her because they look up on the counter and there's footprints in the flour. And I'm not going to spoil the movie just in case anyone's ever seen it, which is insane if you haven't. But anyway, the reason why this is my favorite movie is because, first of all, the animatronics for the movie are insane because Chucky is not animated, he's a robot character. And the techniques that they use to accomplish this is insane. Like, there's probably about 5 or 6 people just controlling his face. There's one guy who wears like a chin strap harness thing on his head, and however he moves his mouth, Chucky's mouth moves the exact same. So there's this really cool video, and I'll put a link in the description, which shows how Chucky was like made, like how the animatronics work and stuff. So they got like one guy controlling his eyebrows, one guy controlling his eyes, another guy controlling his cheekbones. It's just insane. And just the way they got him to walk and everything. There's so many like wires and controllers. It's insane. And it's like in the movie, it's just flawless. It looks amazing. For how old the movie is, 88, it's fairly old. So just that technology is really cool. And basically the main plot of the movie, if I didn't already say it, is Chucky is basically, he revealed himself to Andy as being Charles Lee Ray. He revealed his true self to Andy. And the first person you reveal yourself to, you have to to get out of your body that you're in, you have to take their body. So basically throughout the movie, Chucky is trying to get a hold of Andy and just become Andy, take Andy's soul out and take its place. So basically, he would be Andy. He'd be 6 years old. And he could just start his life all over again, which is kind of cool. It's fascinating, the story. So yeah, the whole thing in the beginning is like a mystery of kind of you know it's Chucky that's killing her or the babysitter, but it's just cool. You don't see him really clearly in the beginning of the movie, and yeah, everyone's blaming Andy and stuff for the killings. But anyway, yeah, I just love the movie because I can watch it over and over again, and I just love how original the story is, and just the technology they use for Chucky is crazy. And he's just such a classic, lovable character. Not really lovable. Well, yeah, he kind of is, because you grow fond of him after you watch him a couple times. The sequels, the second one was really good. I love that one. The third one, it was alright. The other two are ass. They're like the Nightmare on Elm Street movies where they just get comical after a while. And it's just ridiculous because the stories were just they were just bad. They were bad, okay. But anyway, yeah, that's basically all I have to say about Child's Play. I'm gonna give the movie a 9 out of 10 because, yeah, I just really enjoyed it. So I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it yet, which is ridiculous if you haven't, because it's up there with the classic horror movies. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching my review. That's basically all I have to say. Write down in the comments what you think of the movie. And again, check out that video. I'll put the link in the description. So yeah, subscribe, like the video, subscribe to 11808 Clover. His other channel, Razor Blade Apple Films, they got some really cool short horror films on there, so check them out. And yeah, this is Fucus 101 signing out.